In this video, I will demonstrate the various ways of interacting with structures in FLAIR. In FLAIR, there are a number of ways to interact with the structural information shown in the 3D view. If I hover my mouse on a chain in the proteins table, the atoms that belong to that chain are haloed in pink in the 3D view. Hovering on a residue in the proteins table leads to the atoms belonging to that residue being highlighted. Clicking on a protein atom in the 3D view will result in the residue being highlighted in the proteins table. This is helpful to navigate and keep track of where you are in the protein structure. To examine a set of ligands in a single pocket, I will click on each of the ligands in the ligands table and then click on a single protein chain header in the proteins table, then switch to grid mode from the View tab. This is useful when viewing a collection of docked ligands. Alternatively, I may wish to view the same ligand in various protein pockets, perhaps to assess or rationalize selectivity. To do this, I click to select a single ligand, then select all of the chain headers in the proteins table. Finally, selecting all ligands and all chains shows each ligand in the active site from the protein chain it is linked to via the PDB code. If I click on an atom in the 3D view, it is picked, haloed in cyan. Double-clicking on an atom will pick all of the atoms of that residue, or all atoms of the ligand. All of the rendering actions are done on the picked set of atoms. Similarly, the picked atoms can be used to define a box for a docking experiment, be used to control what moves in a protein ligand minimization, or to define where a surface or a 3D rhythm should be calculated. I can pick atoms by double-clicking on the chain header or residue in the proteins table or the ligand structure in the ligands table. I can also use the Pick menu to create complicated collections of picked atoms. For example, I can pick the active site atoms with the Pick Active Site button, then press Invert and hide the picked atoms so that I'm only showing the active site. Next, I can double-click on the ligand in the ligands table and then show the ligand structure and render it ball and stick and in a different color. With no picked atoms, the rendering options will operate on the entire structure shown in the 3D view. I will click to expand the Pick dialog. Here, I have the option to change to lasso mode and to change how the pick state is built up. I can also expand the pick according to properties like protein structure, residue, smarts pattern, etc. Once I have a collection of picked atoms, I can save the pick set by clicking the plus sign in the Save Picks section of the Home tab. This gives me a shortcut to getting a picked set of atoms back again. If you have any questions or would like more information about using FLAIR, please contact support@crescent-group.com.